Welcome back to the Explainer series, everyone. So, if you were with us for day 50, you know we got into the nitty-gritty of selling your data for passive income. But today, well, today we are leveling up. Because honestly, the smartest move in the 2026 digital landscape isn't just selling your data. It's taking absolute ironclad command over exactly who gets it, what they pay for it, and completely slamming the door on anyone trying to take it for free. Today, we're building your ultimate data protection and monetization stack.
Okay, let's dive into this structured blueprint we're going to build together today. First, we'll look at the invisible data theft happening right now. Then, we'll cover purging your digital footprint, shielding your real identity, earning from your attention, and finally, putting it all together into the ultimate protection stack. Let's get into it. Part 1. The invisible data theft. Think of your internet presence as a leaky wallet. So as you're just living your life, browsing, shopping online, there is this massive, multi-billion-dollar industry operating completely in the shadows, and it is perfectly designed to exploit your data. So you really have to ask yourself a pretty provocative question here. Who is actually getting rich off your data? Well, spoiler alert, it is definitely not you. Let's actually name some names here. I'm talking about massive, invisible data brokers. Companies you've probably never even interacted with directly, like Axiom, Experian, and Epsilon. These guys are aggressively buying and selling your life entirely without your knowledge. Your late-night Amazon binges, your mortgage estimates, your location data, all of it. It's neatly packaged up and literally resold thousands of times a year to advertisers. And the wildest part of the whole shebang, you don't see a single cent of those profits. Zero. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive paradigm shift we are living through right now. The old reality was super simple, right? Your data was just stolen invisibly to enrich big tech with absolutely zero payout to you. But the 2026 reality? That changes the game entirely. We are moving to a model of controlled distribution. You hold the keys now, and explicit consent equals payment directly to your pocket.
Moving on to part 2, purging your digital footprint, erasing the past with mine. So before we can safely start monetizing, we kind of have to clean up the mess first, right? Enter Mine. This is a seriously powerful personal data management platform. What it does is actively scan your entire digital footprint to hunt down every single company holding your data. Now, to be clear, deleting this data doesn't pay you cash directly, but think of it like diamonds, By reducing the unauthorized supply of your data floating around out there, the data you actually do authorize becomes significantly more valuable.
The process itself is honestly almost too easy. First, Mine scans your footprint. Then it exposes all those unauthorized brokers just hiding in the shadows. And finally, with just a few clicks, you send automated deletion requests. I mean, you are literally ripping your personal data right out of the hands of the corporations that have been exploiting it for years. All right, part 3, shielding your real identity. The disguise, MySudo. Okay, so the past is clean, but how do we actually secure the future? Well, that's where MySudo comes in. Think of this tool as a high-tech burner identity for your entire digital life. It allows you to create multiple, totally separate digital profiles. This lets you completely compartmentalize your online activities, which guarantees that your real, primary personal data is never exposed to the next random platform you sign up for. It basically puts a hard brick wall between you and the internet. MySudo generates entirely separate phone numbers, emails, and even browsing profiles, and it is incredibly accessible for anyone. You can jump in on a free tier, and their full-featured paid plans start at literally 99 cents a month. I mean, it is absolutely the cheapest, most effective armor you can buy to protect your primary identity. Part 4. Earning from your attention. The toll booths, Brave and Generate. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we pivot from protection to active, permission-based monetization. So we've built our defensive walls, right? Now it's time to set up the toll booths and go on the offense. First up on the list is the Brave browser. Now, Brave is a privacy-focused browser that blocks trackers and those annoying ads by default. But here is the absolute genius pivot. They actually offer an opt-in ad system. When you explicitly choose to view their privacy-respecting ads, you actually get paid in basic attention tokens, or BAT for short. You're literally getting paid for your attention, and you can cash those tokens out directly via platforms like Uphold or Gemini.
So what does this actually mean in real terms? Well, users generally earn somewhere between $1 and $5 a month in BAT. And yeah, sure, it's not a fortune. But keep in mind, this is for doing exactly what you're already doing anyway, just browsing the web normally. Except now, you're getting a perfectly passive reward just for taking back control.
Now, toolbooth number 2 is Generate. This is a browser extension that takes a slightly different approach. What it does is replace standard invasive ads with ads you've explicitly consented to view. And because you gave that explicit consent, Generate cuts you in on the revenue. It's great because the transaction is finally totally transparent. It's your attention, your consent, and your payment. And you can redeem those tokens for real rewards or even cash. With Generate, you're looking at an extra $2 to $8 per month in tokens. But the real magic here is the stacking effect. You just layer this right on top of your Brave browser, and suddenly you're turning your daily web surfing into a multi-stream revenue engine. It's brilliant.
Which brings us to part 5, the ultimate protection stack, bringing it all together.
This is where the whole picture gets really exciting. So the crucial point is how this all works together. At the base, you have your absolute defense, right? Mine is out there deleting your unauthorized profiles, and MySudo is acting as your digital disguise. Now, they generate zero direct income, but they are your essential armor. Behind that armor, your offense goes to work. Brave earns you that $1 to $5 in BAT, Generate pulls in another $2 to $8, and because you are totally protected now, you can safely run those passive data platforms like Nielsen and Comscore that we covered back in day 50, which adds another $30 to $40 to the mix. You stack all of that together, and you arrive at roughly $33 to $53 per month. Let's be brutally honest for a second. $50 a month isn't going to buy you a private island, but it is 100% passive. It's just running silently in the background of your life. And most importantly, it represents a massive, undeniable victory over big tech data theft. You have essentially built a personal data economy where you hold absolutely all the leverage. And that right there completes today's stock. But trust me, we are far from finished. Tomorrow, in day 52, we are going to pivot entirely. We'll be exploring a completely new method to earn money from your creativity. Which leaves you with a little question to ponder tonight. Beyond your data, what other hidden value do you possess that the digital world is just waiting to reward you for? Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss how to unlock that exact value tomorrow. Keep learning, keep building, and I will see you in the next explainer.